question in this match because, like you mentioned before, right? See, if we see that Cloud versus Palutena, of course Palutena has auto reticle, has explosive light to be able to kind of just space out those characters. Roy and Cloud are some of the best when it comes to going up against projectile characters, but also really good at rushing down. So if if Gobe can just run in, be able to read the times where Armadillo is going to go for auto reticle, because I mean Roy can crouch, like when he runs he's like a little bit on the ground, or he low profiles a lot of maybe auto reticle, maybe goes past explosive flame as well. So
Get the Palutena, though. It is going to be the Sora instead. So
interesting.
ultimately, I think that's going to be interesting to see how we see the edge guarding. Of course, that's going to be one of the biggest weaknesses for
Right.
Cloud. Alongside that, if you are allowing Gobi to really apply their neutral play, that might be a more threatening thing. But right now, it is all about Armadillo, as they have really forced the issue, dished out 64%. But now, stuck at ledge, can Gobi make his money? No, sir. Armadillo breaking right on through and bringing right back into that neutral.
Yeah, and I'm loving this pretty aggressive gameplay coming out from Armadillo, right? Not letting Gobi do that for him, because we know that Cloud can be super aggressive, but Sora, honestly, would not expect that at all. But I mean, how else are you gonna get your damage? How else are you gonna get your combos besides trying to read the times where Gobi's gonna go for a limit charge, a side B, whiffing that, or even a blade beam, able to jump in with the Blizzaga, trying to get the up smash, doesn't get it. Gets that back throw, does send Gobi off stage, looking for that nair, not gonna get it. On the down air, the reversal from Gobi to be able to regain the lead. What a crazy call out right there from Gobi, but gets hit by the up air.
Yeah, bro is gonna have to hold that one. And now, thankfully, though, got it nice to even stocks. If you can keep up the aggression that you had during that beginning of this game, maybe you can bring it back into a clear favor. But right now, Gobi not allowing that to happen, finding the way through, but getting caught on the counter just barely now. Second ledge breaking right on through as Armadillo got just a little too aggressive. Can he go ahead and find this now inside of neutral?
Yeah, I mean, watching a lot of Cloud, you kind of expect them, especially online, you kind of expect them to go for a lot of up use out of shield, but we haven't seen that a lot from Gobi, and even then, he's been whiffing it a lot, which of course calls for you to not really go for it. The Sonic Blade, not going to be able to do it for Armadillo, trying to approach in more ways than another, getting hit by that back air once again, sent off stage, but we know Sora has a crazy recovery route. Oh, and the up smash, the sweet spot on that platform to take that stock, reinstating his lead, reinstating the dominance that he asserted earlier.
Yeah, unfortunately going for that climbing hazard and getting caught up for it. But you know what? For Armadillo, he takes those. He's going to keep on moving. Gobi getting very aggressive on ledge. Now getting caught up, though, as Armadillo having a nice little sweep with that down tilt.
Okay. I thought Armadillo was going to go off stage potentially for like a nair or something, because I saw the lost jump from Gobi, but just going to maintain stage control, doesn't want to lose the stock, doesn't want to be too aggressive with it. If you have a lead, especially as Sora, why risk it? Why risk losing it? And doing well, unfortunately going to get caught out with that jump. Really good baiting from Gobi, just going for a bunch of empty hops and then eventually going for that back air. But 70% on their last stock. Armadillo not going to get a big combo, but enough damage just to keep Gobi at bay.
Yeah, but you know what? Armadillo still has to fight through such a brutal soldier as Cloud. Gets the Blizzaga. Do we get it? Yes, sir. Perfect timing from Armadillo. Able to go ahead and take out that game number 1.
Yeah, very, very good stuff. I think Gobi stayed in the game, of course, with that first spike, but kind of just gives you a glimpse of his awareness in general of, what options do I have, even though as Cloud I don't have a lot of really good edge guarding options. Got that down air on that first stock, and I mean, you kind of expect Clouds to just go for a bunch of back air on the ledge, but it's whether or not you're gonna spam it or you're gonna like place him very, very strategically. And I think Gobi did a very, very good job at it, despite getting this loss, and a really well-timed up smash from Armadillo to go into the second game.
Now, going into this game number 2, oh,
Oh,
we're making the switch to Palu from the Sora. All right, you know what? Not quite feeling it. Maybe just working on it for now, but we are going to the tried and true. Get the warm-up with the main. Now, love that air dodge through, not taking the risk of the climbing hazard and getting right in with some of these neutral airs, trying to send him into the blender. But that being said, Gobe right on top of it, able to fire back on small battlefield here.
Yeah, and it really now is up to Gobi to be able to call out the times that Armadillo is going to try and go for a nair, but at this percentage, you're not going to see it that often. You're going to see a bunch of back airs, you're going to see maybe forward air, stuff to send his opponent off stage, especially that F tilt as well. Good climb hazard from Gobi just to keep Armadillo off, off out of his face. Of course, you want to space yourself away from that. Gets hit by the explosive light, jumping a little bit too much. Armadillo now has stage control. Got to watch out for those up airs. So devastating, that move.
Yeah, and catching him on the explosive flame once more. Gobe just taking hit after hit when he's off stage. Now, though, gonna get on through this time, avoiding it, and now sliding on in, but Armadillo ready for the catch, ready for that pickup. Can he go ahead and shut out the stock? Yeah, Gobe getting too antsy because of the down tilt 2-frame threat.
Exactly. And yeah, that's just a good move, right? Just to be scared of. Gets hit by the Nair train, doesn't get much out of it, but 39% is not bad for Armadillo. Now, if you are Armadillo, do you continue to play aggressive? Like, you still, go in with these Nairs, go in with those forwarders, or do you try and play a little bit more slow, wait for Gobe to approach, and then punish accordingly?
So, two things. One, gotta say, apparently it is Go, not Gobe. So, my bad, Matt. Yeah, appreciate you. I believe it was Purtle in chat, my Go. But yeah, so, as Armadillo, I think ultimately you've seen a lot of aggression from Go. They've really shown that they want to get in, want to force some of these forward airs, some of these climbing hazards. And so, yeah, you take a little bit more of a patient route, and that's kind of what we're seeing from Armadillo. We stuck him out platform, just go with that nice, safe neutral air, and if he drops shield, cool. If he doesn't, it don't matter. I'm safe. Oof. And now, getting the call out on the forward air, that Skull Crusher, able to go ahead and shut him down with the laser. And now at this point, it's all Armadillo.
Yeah, totally. And now this is where Gobe is going to start trying to find these backers, forward airs, anything, honestly, to kill. And then that's when you start catching out Gobe, approaching a little bit too much, going for a few laggy options. But I don't know, a lot of really, what's it called? Very, very good movement options from Gobe. It's just not really equating to anything. Armadillo getting more out of this lead and honestly more damage. Of course, not taking this stock anytime soon. 175. It's going to be very, very tough. But if you're Armadillo, you're taking it every second. You could get a 3-stock here if you just keep on playing the way you are.
Absolutely, and look at that Go getting threatened by the neutral air. That has become a clear option that Armadillo is not scared of. That being said, yep, that back air, really what makes Cloud. And now, though, off stage, can Armadillo shut it out? Not quite, going to be setting up, and look at that, the climbing hazard with the limit, able to make it back.
Good awareness of your tools, of your meter as well from Go, but how much time do you have left? I think you're on borrowed time, and it's immediately taken back by Armadillo with that up air. I mean, it's such a good move. Catches a lot of landing options, considering how Cloud doesn't really have a lot of reliable ones, maybe down air, but that still gets beat out by up air because of how much priority and how much range that move has as well. So, Armadillo going to go through 2-0, experimenting with their Sora, which I think was, not a bad option at all. Of course, just trying to punish Cloud's biggest weakness, and that's his recovery. And I think he did that very, very well, especially with the Palutena. So good stuff from Armadillo. Very, very accurate gameplay from Armadillo in total.
I will say, despite the fact that the Palutena was what we expected, the Sora showed me a lot of promise. For example, just general game knowledge, like that right there. It wasn't an immediate up smash or a hit into the freeze. Nice, simple game knowledge, not something extreme, but a basic thing that you should know as a Sora player. Alongside that, we saw the dash attack to get the 2-frame during stock 3. It didn't get the kill initially, but it could have led to something more. And then alongside that, the knowledge that F tilt also 2-frames. And so that showcases a willingness to study what the proper character options are. And we also saw plenty of combo game before we switched into the Palu from the Sora.
Oh yeah, no, definitely getting those fast fall, I believe, nairs and forward airs. I could be wrong, chat, but nonetheless, yeah, you could see those combos. You could see what Armadillo was cooking with that Sora. Very, very good up air right there, just catching with the explosive light. And if you're Cloud, there really isn't much you can do. You just gotta hope and pray that you maybe get a fast fall air dodge and just phase through that up air. But nonetheless, I mean, so far round one, I think that wraps up
Good.
winners round one. And yeah, it is looking very, very nice. Not a lot of upsets I'm seeing. Cajun Lady beating Judas. Amic Bob making a comeback from just a hiatus. Very, very good Sonic player beating Nines in a game 3 scenario. Mr. Monk's gonna go on and face Sinister.